Paris, that's my name, and my company is Womb2Birth. I specialize in palate development training in children at the root, from womb to birth. And it was inspired by the beginning of the story is my mother. She's a 2-time cancer survivor. And I realized that unhealthy food, no matter if you're sick or not, it's very hard to give up. So even if you're sick. So in order to, make an impact, the best time is to start young. So a long time ago, with my daughter, I took a look at what I was feeding her. And it was like the typical, processed food, burgers, fries, and a lot of junk. And I made this decision to start giving her healthier meals, like beets and asparagus. And of course she refused and said everything was nasty. So I was really determined because I didn't like the idea that I may be contributing to an unhealthy food habit that she may carry with her into adulthood that may contribute to her having certain illnesses way too early. So I did years of research. I took courses, classes, earned certificates, formed relationships with pediatricians and doctors, and I ended up finding success with my daughter. Along the way, I encountered a lot of other mothers or parents and caregivers that had similar issues. So I took my newfound knowledge and I went to open up my first company, which was called Picky Eaters. And we would deliver these healthy kids meals as well as fresh baby food to daycares, camps, and early childhood centers. And we served healthier options outside of the processed meals at schools. And try to expose them to other varieties. Kids' favorite meals were our lemon garlic baked salmon, over herb noodles, as well as our red beans and rice. So that's basically what we served. So during my journey, I still felt a little lost because I became interested in what other children were eating in other countries. How is it that they have a palate that's acceptable to this, but mothers here will say, oh, well, my child only likes, chicken nuggets, or, the same experience I went through. So I did more years of research, which brought me to research on taste. There are many studies on how taste, what we have a taste for, kind of determines what we're going to choose to eat for the day. And we choose taste, even as adults or anyone, as how we pick our food or what we're going to choose over anything else rather than price, healthiness, and it's convenient. It's really what do I have a taste for. So this led me to understand that taste is actually starts very early, and it starts as early as the womb. And babies actually taste what mothers are eating when we're pregnant and also if we breastfeed. So as soon as we eat something, about 30 minutes later, the fetus can taste those flavors when their taste buds develop around 8 weeks. And when breastfeeding, those flavors can go into the milk. And it's been tested on many mothers. I've tested it as well. The variety of flavors, once again, are transferred from mother, and we memorize those as a fetus, and we look for those familiar flavors once we're born. So if a mother's diet is full of broccoli every day, then a child will be more accepted to those flavors. Every child's experience with food is different because a mother eats different things, and not all babies are breastfed as well. So they don't continue to taste the flavors. And then, like I said, memories are formed if the mom eats the food. So the ideal diet that a mother would eat, it's all about repetition. It's not like, oh, I did eat green beans a few times during pregnancy. It's repetition. So every day this mother would be eating kale, beets, broccoli, asparagus every day in order for the child to memorize those flavors. And if not, on the flip side, if you are eating burgers and sodas, these are the flavors that they go on to memorize, and they're more accepting of it once they're born, and this is why it's so easy for children to be accepting of this. So I went on this, like I said, research, and I decided to come up with some type of solution. So in 2022, I tested with mothers these little juices, and they were veggie juices, like veggie supplement juices, and like beets, carrots, broccoli type of juices. And it was to flavor the breast milk and to flavor like the amniotic fluid. And it was a hit. We did really well with it, and we got a lot of feedback. We did surveys, and a lot of mothers, the juices were really fresh, so they only lasted for like 3 or 4 days, fresh juice them. And we wanted to come up with a shelf-stable solution because of how well it was going, and I wanted to figure out how we could turn this maybe into like a supplement. So after research and teaming up with some people, we created basically like a supplement. So whenever a mom finds out she's pregnant, a doctor will recommend a prenatal that provides the nutrients to her and her baby. But this prenatal will do the same thing, but it will also deliver flavors. So we have a line of flavors. It will be like beets, carrots, asparagus, broccoli, all the like really good healthy flavors that are more bitter. The focus is more bitter. And they will deliver the flavors to the baby, or to the mother, because one of the main reasons that mothers are not eating that recommended diet, we have that they're tired, too tired to cook, so they usually opt for convenient fast food. Other reasons is that some moms just can't afford just cooking like that every day. The main reason is fatigue and sickness. They don't like the smells, and they're also just sick during pregnancy. So this would be a convenient option to still deliver the flavors to the baby even if mom fails to meet that ideal diet. And I am teamed up and mentored by Julie Manella. She is the leading researcher of how food preferences in pregnancy and after influence our food preferences as humans. Yes, and she has led many studies and researches, and which has been followed by more research and studies that has led to many articles about how the baby's palate is formed and shaped before birth, and how our food preferences begin in the womb. And studies have even went further to show babies reacting to flavors in the womb. This is a baby's first experience with bitter foods, and this is a baby's first experience with sweet. We are naturally more accepting to sweet flavors, but that has something to do with the person, but that's a different thing. But the more that the baby was exposed to the veggie, that they became happier, and that frown turned into a smile. And once introduced to baby food, the baby was accepting of the flavors tested in the womb for mother. There was another group of mothers that was tested where they was not given any veggies, and once their babies were born and given baby food, they rejected the same flavors that they did with the mothers that we did give veggie flavors to. So we created a prenatal, and it's being developed, with the manufacturer, and we are raising money for like marketing, hosting classes. I currently teach classes that beginning next month for Barnes Jewish and Children's Hospital on educating mothers about nutrition during pregnancy and breastfeeding, and how it does impact future food preferences. And if money is raised, we plan to launch in May of 2024. And my main goal, honestly, is it goes back to my mother. I do understand that if what you have a taste for can be unhealthy or very healthy, and that taste can determine if we maybe 2 more years, maybe 10 more years. So just longer life with loved ones is my ultimate goal. And maternal, during pregnancy and lactation, provide the earliest opportunity to possibly affect. And other than that, that's it. That's my information. And if you all know of any maternal organizations, fertility organizations, or anything that you could connect me with, where I can maybe, I like to teach classes and inform parents of this, so that they can eat better during pregnancy, and also provide convenient options. That would be great.